Well boys, it finally happened. We have a release date for Tomba Special Edition and it's August 1st, 2024. Not only is it coming for the PlayStation 5 but also PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch and Steam. Sorry Xbox friends and Mac people. Limited Run Games are the ones doing the publishing and apparently Alex Anil, also known as CVX Freak, is the producer of the game. Alex has actually done an interview with Tokuro Fujiwara in the past and is a Tomba fan himself, and a Resident Evil fan too. He actually wrote the unofficial history book of Resident Evil. So that's great. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, have you ever worried about your data getting logged and sold off to third parties? Or have you ever wondered what people from other countries see on their Netflix catalog? Great! So anyway, what's the deal with the special edition? According to the Steam page, the game will have some extra goodies like autosave. So you can save anywhere, you don't have to worry about finding a save point. That's neat. Rewind, which is kinda cool I guess, but you shouldn't use it if you want the proper Tomba experience. A toggle for analog control, which makes little sense because there are no analog features in the original game, so I wonder what's up with that one. A museum crammed with classic print advertisements, original packaging and manuals, never before seen dev documents and high-resolution original artwork. Which is frankly insane and unexpected and very cool. In fact, the official Sony blog posted this image, which has some really interesting things on it, like Tomba pulling on a rope, which might relate to this unused animation. It also has Tomba attacking something with a club, which is totally unused and doesn't appear in the final game at all. There's also this fire breathing and kicking, and curiously this cheering picture of Tomba, which actually exists on the final game. Our friend Zerovi was actually able to enable it in the final game via hacking. Then there's Tomba in this sort of Inuit suit, maybe for some cold area. I mean, it was planned after all, and some unused dialogue hints that there was some sort of a snow area. And then there's this thing, whatever it is. Push down on it and something happens? Who knows? There's probably a bunch of more art to be seen, so we're very excited to find out if there's any imagery of the fabled slabs or the village of civilization or who knows what. A new remastered soundtrack! This is great! Apparently the original main composer Harumi Fujita has remastered an all-new soundtrack for the game. And there's also one track co-authored by T. Lopes, the Sonic Mania guy, who also did a pretty cool remix on the Tomba 1 Pig Boss song a few years back as per our community votes on Twitter. We're sure it'll be great. Also, credit where credit is due, Harumi wasn't the only composer, mind you. There were a few additional tracks made by Nao Hatsutani. According to our interview with Harumi Fujita, Hatsutani had wanted to make music for some time, so Tokuro Fujiwara actually asked Fujita to teach Hatsutani to compose music. So, Hatsutani actually visited Fujita's house, where she taught them to compose. Interview with the creator, Tokuro Fujiwara. This is pretty cool. There's already an interesting interview you can read on the PlayStation blog, but who knows what kind of new info we'll find out when the game drops. That's all they listed on the Steam page, but there's probably some new cool stuff included we just don't know about yet. According to the Steam page, there are 5 supported languages, which might suggest that they're emulating the European version 1 of the game, but that would mean all instances of Tombi would have to be hacked to Tomba. Curiously, there's also no Japanese announcement at all, and Japanese isn't listed as one of the languages, so there's something going on there. Ultimately, the Carbon engine by Limited Run Games is just a glorified emulator with some bells and whistles, so there can't be that many quality of life changes and new content unless they actually hack the game, but only time will tell. Interestingly, one incidentally cool feature is also that because the game is released on PS5, it will be compatible with the Access controller. So now, literally everyone can play Tomba. Everyone. That includes you. So, you better buy it.